Here now, Congressman Devin Nunes and Congressman Mike Johnson. Congressman Johnson also serving as a congressional member on Trump's legal team. Congressman Nunes, one of the things that was so glaring, you put out the Nunes memo. You recognized that the bulk of information in the FISA applications was, in fact, the Clinton dirty, unverifiable dossier that even the New York Times recognizes as likely Russian misinformation from the beginning. Everything that your colleague Adam Schiff wrote in his report ended up being a lie. He told us that the dossier was true, wasn't used much in the FISA applications, and now we see he has more trouble even tonight in a new breaking news report as it relates to the new evidence that he tried to make a big deal of with Lev Parnas last week. I'd like you to comment on how many lies this person can get away with telling.
Well, we don't have enough time in your show, Sean. I would take up the next 4 weeks going through all of Adam Schiff and the Democrats' lies. Let me first start by saying that the Senate now is getting to deal with, for the very first time, what I've had to deal with for over 3 years. So I hope they're having fun, especially not being able to play Brick Breaker or whatever on their iPhones. But let me talk specifically about this new breaking Parnas story. You may remember that a couple of months ago, right after Thanksgiving, CNN came out with a fake news story that said that I was doing nefarious things with my staff and meeting with Ukrainians, meeting with all these dirty Ukrainians. That information went from Parnas and his lawyer to CNN. CNN has yet to retract that story. It later came out that I was actually in Benghazi, nowhere near Vienna, where they had me. If you look at, they released our phone records. They accused us of doing nefarious things with this Lev Parnas character. The truth is, Adam Schiff and the Democrats have been doing nefarious things with Parnas. And if you look at what's happening, the guy's been indicted now. Now his lawyer just came out and lied again. He lied to the Southern District of New York. Tonight there's new information that comes out there that he accused the FBI and DOJ of trying to slow down Adam Schiff and the Intel Committee's investigation by not providing the information. The feds now came out tonight and said, no, that's not true. And now you come out and it's once again, like we've seen numerous times with Schiff, this is another fake news story about something that he supposedly said that Parnas was saying about Zelensky. The fact is that didn't happen. So it's just a long line of lies that continue.
I'll read from Politico, Congressman Johnson. In one section of the letter that Schiff sent to the House Judiciary on his new evidence involving Lev Parnas, Schiff claimed that Parnas continued to try and arrange a meeting with President Zelensky, citing specific text message exchange where Parnas tells Giuliani, trying to get us Mr. Z. The remainder of the exchange, which was attached to Schiff's letter, was redacted. But an unredacted version of the exchange shows several days later, Parnas sent Giuliani a Word document appearing to show notes from an interview with this founder of Burisma Holdings that was paying zero experienced hunter millions and millions of dollars. I never knew of any company that paid someone millions for knowing nothing. But anyway, when Mr. Z answers, my brother, that suggests Parnas was referring, to the head of the founder of Burisma, not Zelensky. So that would mean another congenital liar, Schiff lie, and the media mob in Area 51, Roswell Rachel Maddow. This is the biggest interview ever. Is she going to correct the record? Is NBC going to make her correct the record?
Great question, Sean. They were referring to the wrong Mr. Z. They were talking about Zlochevsky, who was the founder of Burisma, this terribly infamous, corrupt company, Burisma. That's the problem with Adam Schiff and everything that Devin is saying, everything that we've been complaining about for months, these super secret hearings in the basement and all the rest. They are cherry-picking facts. They're misrepresenting the facts all along to follow their narrative. When you look at all of these facts in context, you understand there is no there. That's what the president has been so anxious, why he's so anxious to put on our case, because he understands and he knows the American people will understand. When you see all of this in its full context, you'll know there's nothing there. They have cherry-picked this. They have engineered the process. They manufactured this fraudulent process. And that's why we've been saying this is a sham from the very beginning.
So if we look, there's really no new facts here, Congressman Nunes. I'll give you the last word on this, and thank you both for being with us. This is about a phone call where aid was never mentioned, but the president did say, do us a favor, not do me, do us a favor. We've been, told that election interference occurred. By the way, you warned everybody in 2014 the Russians would interfere in our elections, and they did. You warned us. They didn't listen to you, meaning Biden, Obama. Then, separate and apart, well, we had a Ukrainian court, Politico, January 11, 2017, talked about Ukrainian efforts to interfere in the 2016 election, which included a DNC operative meeting at the Ukrainian embassy in Washington, D.C., a woman by the name Alexandra Chalupa, and in fact that Ukraine did interfere extensively in the 2016 election, separate and apart from Russia's interference. That seems to always be called the conspiracy theory, just like people say, oh, no, Joe Biden's innocent. I don't know any business that when you say you're not getting the billion, unless you fire the prosecutor investigating my zero experience son being paid millions, not being a big deal. Democrats don't ever want to talk about that. Joe's innocent, according to everybody. Hunter's innocent. I don't think either are innocent. Your thoughts?
So you forgot one important point, too. Fusion GPS, the Democratic hit firm, they also were doing nefarious things in Ukraine. So the Democrats don't like this. The media doesn't like this. But I've continued to say we have an ongoing active investigation, meaning the Republicans on the House Intelligence Committee that we've had for a long time looking at Ukraine. They don't like it. They get mad. They get mad that my staff was talking to people like Lev Parnas and others. Guess what? We're going to continue to do it. And you know why? Because the corruption was there. The Democrats are culpable for this. They don't want the truth to come out that they're the ones that were doing really bad things with high-level Ukrainian officials, high-level Ukrainian or large Ukrainian companies that are corrupt. And now they're the ones that are dealing with people like this Lev Parnas, and then they cherry pick things and they constantly get it wrong. And so that's what the Senate now is getting to see today. They're getting to see Schiff in action. And as time goes by, sounds really important on the front end, and at the end of the day, it ends up to be a lie.
All right, you've been vindicated, Congressman. Thank you for telling the country the truth. We know Schiff lied now. Thank you. Congressman Johnson, thank you.